Hey guys, welcome to another ServerMiner plugin tutorial. I'm your host LGDim007 and today we're looking at the Quality Armory plugin. This is a fantastic plugin which allows you to have loads of guns and other attachments and grenades in your Minecraft server, and it has some really cool features. So to start off, we are going to do /QA. That's going to show us all of the commands, and if we haven't already got the resource pack, we can do /QA get resource pack, and that will obviously give us a link to it. But if you enable it in the options, it will automatically send and download to your players. So first of all, let's look at the crafting GUI by doing /QA craft. Now this will give you a really cool GUI, and it will have all the different guns in. As you can see, it gives you information about them and what you need to craft them. So if I just click a few randomly, we can have a look and see what they look like. Let's grab a couple more. And as you can see, these models are really awesome. They look very nice and very realistic. You can actually tell what they're meant to be. And if we go back into it, we can see what we need to craft them. So iron ingots, redstone, blaze powder, that's the sort of thing that you'd need. If we go onto the second page, there's things like lightsabers, ammunition, grenades, and some other weapons as well. So you can just go mad and purchase what you want or craft what you want. And let's go ahead and grab some ammunition as well, so we can actually test out shooting these guns. So now that we've got all that, we can go ahead and left click to shoot. And as you can see, just above the item bar, you can see the information about how much ammunition we've got left. And if we want to reload an item, you would right click, and then obviously once it's reloaded, you can left click. So let's go ahead and shoot this. You can see there's a cool particle effect, and it does in fact damage the mobs. In the config file, you can obviously change the amount of damage it does. And here is the lightsaber, which is pretty awesome. That's pretty powerful, kills in a few hits. So let's open up the shop now. And in here, you can, instead of crafting, you can purchase them for various amounts of money. So 5,000, 3,000, 30 for some ammo, which is really awesome. And obviously you can tweak all of the prices in the config file. And now if we look at the RPG, so this isn't going to do any damage to blocks, but it will do damage to entities and players. So if we reload it and shoot it at this creeper, he is going to be gone immediately. And this RPG looks really cool as well. I like the design of it. So if we get rid of that, we look in this chest, we have the 4 different grenades. So first of all, we have the smoke grenade. Left click to pull the pin, and then right click to throw the grenade. And all you need to do is wait a few seconds and then it's going to explode. And then we have this cool smoke effect created in Minecraft. The next one is a flashbang. So if we left click to pull the pin and right click to throw it, it will go off and blind us temporarily for X amount of seconds. And obviously we can open up to see how long we have left. So only a couple of seconds left. Then we have the incendiary grenade. So left click and then right click. And that's going to have a similar effect to the smoke grenade, but it will set you on fire if you go near it. Finally, we have the bog standard normal grenade, which is just a damage grenade, so we can throw that as well. And there's also some really cool weapons from Fallout. So there's a Fat Man laser rifle, Institute rifle that we can use. So let's go ahead and grab some of those. And as you can see, the Institute rifle, as in Fallout, is very, very inaccurate. You're probably not going to hit much at long range, so it's completely missing this pig. So let's go ahead and get out the Fat Man, and as you can see, when that lands, there is a really cool kind of mushroom cloud effect in particles, and obviously this does a lot of damage. So if we fire at this pig, he is a goner immediately. So that's just a quick look at some of the cool items in game. Obviously you can download it for yourself to check everything out, and if we want to reload the config file, you can do QA and reload. And finally, you can do /QA give and whatever item you want if you want to get an item without opening the GUI, for example. But that's pretty much everything in game. Let's go ahead and go into the config files, which there's quite a few, and see what we can do in there. So here we are in the SMPitnik control panel, and as you can see, there are quite a few folders and files. So let's start in the config.yml to start with. And in here, there's quite a few things we can change. Up at the top, we've got different options like the language. Do we want friendly fire enabled? Yes or no? Then we have some resource pack settings. So do you want people to be kicked if they deny using the resource pack? Do you want it to be sent to players when they first join? and a few other different options. Then which blocks do we want to stop bullets? So we've got glass, water, leaves, half slabs and doors, and you can turn this to true or false depending if you want it. Do you want players to interact with chests when they have a gun in their hand? So you can set that to true or false. Bullet trails, do you want that to be in the game, yes or no, and what do you want the spacing to be? We have some things about various items and experimental items as well, so like blood loss, that sort of thing. Then do we want to have hotbar messages? So that will let you know if you're out of ammo, whether you need to reload or shoot. Then we have some other modifiers to do with the guns, so how much inaccuracy do you want when you're maybe running and shooting or just walking or crouching. And then we have loads of other different options that we can have to do with the weapon, so durability, various things about reloading, allow gun hits on entities. So you can really customize this plugin. Most of these are really simple, so you can just set it to true or false and you will be good to go. So if we go back, we can look at some of the folders. Let's start with the ammo one. As we saw in game, there's quite a few different types of ammo. You don't really need to touch these, so you can leave them alone if you want, but you could change the crafting requirements, you could change the display name, the lore, you could change the price, the max amount, and things like damage and durability as well. Let's go into new guns, which has a long list of all the different guns in game. It's really long. So we saw some of these like the AA-12, and if we go into this, you can see information about the crafting, the display name, the weapon sound, the type of weapon, so it's obviously a shotgun. We've got the damage, we've got the price for it, and down at the bottom we've got some particles and various other stuff as well. So all of this has been preset, it's all really good at the moment, but you could obviously change the damage, the price, that sort of thing. Then the lang folder, that obviously has the language file in, so this is everything that will appear in chat and in game, so you could obviously change that to a different language if you wanted to. And if we go into the attachments, there's only two files in here, it's the Asimov and the silencer, so this is pretty similar to the guns file. It's just got information about the item, so crafting and various other sounds and information to do with the item. So that is pretty much everything in the config files. I know there's a lot of folders and files, but it's really not too complicated. You can just tweak various things and turn off various options. If you want to download the plugin, head over to Spigot. It's been updated to the latest version of Minecraft. And if you scroll down, there are some items or other plugins that you can use. They soft depend, so you don't need them. So things like Light API, which can give you muzzle flashes, or if you want Vault to use the weapon shop, and Protocol Lib to use recoil correctly. So you can download all of these. And if you have any other plugins such as Battle Royale or Mythic Mobs, you can use those plugins with Quality Armory as it supports them. So that is the plugin. If you have any problems, contact the developer and come over to the page and download it. If you need a server to host it on, check out ServerMiner.com for the best and cheapest hosting around. But that's it for me. Subscribe, like, comment, and I'll see you next time.